Hey!
That's it.
And welcome to another exciting episode of Feel It Real Fun.
Yes. Who's here?
We're live now.
Okay.
All right, 17 seconds. Nobody's said live yet. Should be live. See, look at that.
Is it?
All right, well, it's up there. 2020
There we
is
go.
live now.
Yes.
Yasmin Maxwell, Julie
Yes,
Farrell
yes,
has
yes,
joined
yes.
this show. Deborah, welcome to the show. That's right. Today, we are going to have a very special show today.
Yes.
What are you doing? Is he? Anyway. Right. Today we're talking about Speedy Manifesting Week. This is part 2. Oh my God. Yesterday we had a lot of fun. I surrendered to speed and joined a pool place. Victoria?
Sorry.
Yeah,
It's
we've
just
got a
an
show going on.
unusual.
Yeah, that is not his usual sitting
Okay.
position.
All
Bruce,
right.
what are you doing?
You all right?
Come on out. Come on. He's stuck.
Oh.
All righty. So today, Speed Week continues with part 2. Today we're going to take apart howls, right? But we're going to do it in a way that you've probably never thought before about. Yay, guys, right? Because there's the one howl that everyone knows about, and almost everybody does, but there's also the other howl that almost nobody notices, and just about everybody still does. So we've got 2 Neville Goddard quotes, Victoria.
Yes.
Meanwhile, while everyone is joining the show today, including Stella, Jim, and Gersh, and Joe, and Lizzie,
Yes.
and Yasmin, and Angie.
Wow. Yes.
That's right. You have to tell them some things.
Go to freeneville.com.
Why?
There's over 1,500 free resources.
That's right. And a few things you can buy.
join our
Unless you're one of those
email
cranky people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to make money. Tell me how to make money.
Right.
Next.
Join us in manifestingmasterycourse.com.
Oh my God. Talk about good fun.
Yeah.
La 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 la.
And
That's all I'm
for
going to say.
refunds,
For the refunds,
go to
everyone.
feelitrealfun.com.
Oh my God, 427 episodes as of today. Almost all of them are up there. God, at 20 minutes per,
Yeah.
you can make a lot of popcorn.
Ah.
All right.
Okay.
So just for purposes, we're on Victoria's MacBook Air today using the Logitech webcam and the Blue Yeti microphone. So that way, whenever we check everything out, Carrie has joined the show. We'll be able to know all that, won't we?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So, Victoria.
So what's the topic of today?
Speed.
Well, it's a speed
By the way,
week.
you notice I'm not saying it slowly, right? Let's talk about fun. Dear Mr. 2020, I hope you don't mind me calling you Mr. 2020 because I don't know what else to call you. I once had a friend who didn't like when we called people by their name. His name was George. What I'd like to learn about, but I didn't acknowledge Victoria yet. But please tell Victoria hi. What I would like to have in my life is speed. Let me tell you about my entire situation for the next 4 pages.
Right.
No! Anyway,
Yes.
seriously, we get the emails. guys.
So it's on speed, and so yesterday was a bit on it as well. Well, not a bit. It was on yielding.
Yeah, it's on speed.
What do we yield to?
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's a speed week.
Instead of forcing it,
Mhm.
you can push the BMW or you can drive the damn thing, right?
Yeah.
You pick. Yeah. So, Victoria, would you like
Yes.
to read the Neville Goddard quote of the day?
Yes.
Because Carrie has joined the show.
Yeah, and there's no more comments.
Nobody else. Well,
No one's
it's
saying
amazing.
anything or doing anything.
No, we're not used to that.
Fair enough.
I
Okay.
wonder why not.
So,
right.
man desires freedom from his limitation or problem. The first thing he does after he defines his objective is to condition it upon something else. He begins to speculate on the manner of acquiring it, not knowing that the thing desired has a way of expression all of its own. He starts planning how he's going to get it, thereby adding to the word of God.
All right.
Yes.
We're going to call that slave to sequence. If somebody would put that in the comments
Slave
and get a tattoo of that and send us a photo, I would be really, really impressed, right?
Yeah.
So you get it? Slave to sequence, right? In order for this to happen, that must happen first. What I really want is not what I'm imagining, right?
No.
I'm imagining, you know what? I'm imagining getting a manicure. You know why? Because my buddy Scott told me that chicks dig guys who have clean nails. So I'm imagining getting a manicure, right? Because if I get a manicure, chicks will dig me.
Yeah.
So I've been doing my sessions, but I can't imagine what it would be like to have a manicure, or what would I imagine to get a manicure. It's just, yeah, whoa, so crazy.
And the end is, you just want a lovely girlfriend.
I just want the chick.
Yeah.
Yo.
Or maybe not a girlfriend, but a chick.
That's right. Joe Weldon.
Thank you, Joe.
Slave to sequence. Thank
Good
you,
on
my
you.
friend. All right, look at that. Carrie did it too. Wow, no tattoo. Carrie.
Okay.
Bad. All right, that means you just got to bring an extra bottle of scotch when you come to Australia. No. Do you want to do the next one, or shall I, Victoria?
Shall.
Next one. Okay, the first one was slave to sequence. Ready? Now, Neville continues. He says, if, on the other hand, he has no plan or conception as to the fulfillment of his desire, then he compromises his desire by modifying it. Maybe I really don't need a chick, but just a guy, because I get along with guys. You could be dressed up in a dress, right? By the way, if that's your thing, cool, not mine, right? I just look at her. Anyway, he feels that if he will be satisfied with less than his basic desire, that he might have a better chance of realizing it. Joe, put on the dress. In doing so, he takes from the Word of God. Individuals and nations alike are constantly violating this law of their basic desire by plotting and planning the realization of their ambitions. Thereby, they add to it or they compromise it with their ideals, thus taking from the Word of God. All right. So, the second one, we call slave to settling.
Slave to settling.
Absolutely.
Slave to sequence and slave to settling.
All right. So, we had you do some homework yesterday. Remember that?
Yeah.
Victoria, what was yesterday's homework? Remember?
Notice what you yield to.
Notice what you yield to.
Yes.
And notice how you yield to it. And we suggested that you look at the tools, right? Because you're using the tools all day long to yield to something, right? Seriously. I mean, it's like, you can't help it, right? I remember when we had that damn good pizza, to the point where, Victoria,
Yes.
you know what's happening for pizza tonight?
Yeah.
Dinner, right?
Yeah.
Get it? Right? You're doing this all day long, right? So, by the way, you could also imagine disappointment, right? I remember when I was disappointed. Now, you could do it in two ways. You could remember when you're disappointed feeling from a new state, or you could, I remember when I was disappointed.
Yeah, right. And you're just feeling the disappointment again.
That's right. There she is.
What? Disappointed.
Yep, that's right. So, I've got two goodies here. Ready? Okay. So, I want to win the lottery so I can buy the flashy car, so that the chicks will dig me, so that I will have a lovely wife.
So is that slave to sequence?
Slave to sequence, right?
Yeah.
Perry Culver's joined the show. As usual. I win. Right? Didn't even see it coming. So, this comes from the person that always says, I'm having problems imagining winning the lottery. Well, what do you want? Well, I mean, like, if I like a car, why do you want the car? Oh, so the chicks will dig me. Why do you want chicks to dig me? Well, you know what? I just want a relationship with a lovely girl. I want to, right? So imagine that, right? Boom. So, next.
Yes.
Oh my God. Ready?
Yes.
People like us don't do well in business. We're honest. Honest to God, right? I see this all the time. I have problems making money on the internet because this is the kind of person I am. Like, I don't do that, and I do this. And well, people like me, right? So here's a good one. Ready? So we've heard this one way more than once. I'm having problems manifesting my dream job. All right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just
get this a lot, actually.
Yeah, I'm having problems manifesting my dream job, and I just can't feel it real. And so we ask, right? We ask the questions. You know what it comes to? They do want to be in business, right? But they're not like business people. They're not icky like business people are, right? You get it? That whole sum total of what they're imagining, right? They're settling. I'll imagine I'm going to imagine dating a really nice looking guy in a dress. Joe Weldon. Right? I'm having problems feeling that real. I mean, I just can't imagine my mom saying, yep, you got a stunner, right? No.
You got a stunner.
Right?
Okay.
Perry Culver in a dress. We could do that, right? Anyway. So how we doing, guys? So people like me don't listen to BS. See, I'll get how cool this is, guys. people, this is how you become a slave. The second one, settle. Okay, you ever settle, Victoria?
Mm-hmm.
How'd that work out for you?
Not good.
Not good, right? I mean, you get up, it's like, you got to play the flash dance music and try to get excited about going to the workplace thing. I manifested that dream job. Yeah. So, all right. Questions, comments, thoughts?
Have you ever settled?
Have
Tell us about one where you settled.
I bought a car that I really wasn't 100% with. Let's call it a Volkswagen.
Oh, got you.
And I did my best to like the car. I did my best to keep the car tuned up. I put a lot of money in that car, right?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't fun for me. So I made sure that it wasn't fun for me, right? In the end, I parked it
200 meters away,
way over there on the opposite side of the stream.
Yeah.
And I closed the drapes. And Victoria came home and she'd say, like, why are the drapes closed? I said, because I'm not looking in that direction anymore. I had nothing to do with it, right? Got rid of it. Eventually, remembered that I'm a BMW owner. Oh my God, did I get a good deal on that car?
Yeah.
Is it fun or what? I'm gonna try to get out of that sun.
Sorry.
No, it's the sun.
Yeah.
So settle. If you want to be a slave, settle. I put a lot of money in that car. And I got stuck a lot of times on the side of the road. I used my, what you guys would call AAA membership. We call it the RACV here.
Yeah.
Man, I got on a first name basis, right? I mean, the record come, and they're like, where are we taking it this time, right?
Home.
That one time the guy comes and he's like, I can't get it down that driveway. Well, you just stick it over there, right? We'll get it somewhere, right? So, one time I used them twice in one day, right? And that was Emmett loved it. We're stopping someplace else cool. This is great. So, boom, Paula made it. Hello. Devram says, is it good to be specific about a particular vehicle, for example? Yes or no? Sure. Here's the thing. Are you being specific in a way that gives to you, right, or not, right? You can be specific in a way that makes it easy, right? What do I want for dinner? Something yummy. I could starve to death, right? Versus what do I want for dinner? Something yummy. Not Chinese. Pizza, right? Bang, moving in. So Victoria goes to the, we'll just call it the YMCA, right? It's not the YMCA anymore, though.
No.
And they've discovered something really cool, right? They if they don't have a yoga instructor, they can play a video, right? And if they don't have a yoga video, they can play, what was it called?
Oh, a body balance by lesmills.com. That's it.
They can play a body balance by Les Mills video, right? And
virtual training.
So let me ask Victoria, right? So you manifested up being a yogini. How'd that body balance by?
That was crap.
That was crap.
And everyone else in the class said that was crap.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you can be specific in a way that gives to you, cool. But if it's too specific, it's got to be. If it just gets up into the head and you can't feel nothing, I'd suggest chunking out a little bit. It's sort of like the whole thing of where Neville talks about coming from the feeling of financial freedom. I'd suggest doing that before you decide to join Amway, right? So if you're coming from financial freedom and it's like, yep, Amway, I feel it because I'm already in my state, join Amway. But if you're thinking Amway, I hope it works, you get it? That's specific. It's starting too specific instead of taking care of the general. So we like to take care of the general.
The general.
Yeah, that's right. Perry says, kind of like taking a trip with no destination in mind. That's right.
Yeah.
Come on down, Perry Culver. No, see, that's the opposite. All right. So, questions, comments, thoughts? That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's nothing there. Oh,
Deborah, thank you so much. Cool. Excellent. Yeah. Getting too specific in the wrong way makes it a head thing versus like, I know I'm a BMW owner, right? Yeah, bang. Yeah, I even knew like the kind of BMW, the color of BMW. I I love our little white car, but I'm not a white car kind of guy. Like if I'm buying a car, it's not going to be white. Just doesn't do anything for me. But I do like the black mirrors. Oh my God, just sweet.
So homework.
Notice
where we're surrendering.
Yeah, notice, right? Where are you setting up sequence? Right? Nothing wrong with getting a manicure, right? But if it's like, I have to manifest the manicure before I meet the girl.
Yes, yeah.
Right? Or I have to manifest the manicure to meet the girl.
Yes.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
It just gets a little weird.
Yeah.
Versus, right, if I want a manicure, I'll manifest a manicure, right? I'll just imagine what would it be like having had gotten, boom, right? And if you want a chick, right? Not a guy in a lady dress, Joe.
Oh, where do you get your nails done? I think I'll go get mine.
That is the right answer, right? I'll manifest a chick, right? What's it like being a loving husband? Cool. Right? On the other hand, if we talk about the settling bit, notice where you're settling. Settling always comes from, how could it happen, right? Perry will appreciate this. So way back in the old days, my first instructor's name was Rick Poxtaller. Rick showed up at the Scottsdale YMCA when I decided I wanted to take up Chinese martial arts. Rick showed up teaching Chinese Kempo. I walked in and I said two things. I love this, but it's the wrong teacher, right? So Rick taught for like 16 weeks and quit.
Yeah.
Right? Not pleased.
So you kept going for 16 weeks.
Yeah, I went for 16 weeks, right?
Yeah,
Rick quit. Guess what he did? He built a house 1 block away from mine. Oh my God, that was cool, right? Here I am, teenage boy, karate instructor, moving into the hood. Man, I'm at his joint 3 times a week now, right? Boom, I don't even have to walk to the Y. So I'm going there. That's good, that's good, that's good. And Rick sells the house and leaves, goes far away, gets divorced, and we never see him again, right? Until I'm cruising the back streets of Dunbar, Pennsylvania. Now, right, Rick's gone, but I've already imagined black belt and Kempo, and that's it, right? So you know what happens? I'm taking a walk one day, and I plow into this old fella. I sort of look at him, he looks at me, and I'm like, right? And I keep walking, right? Go to school like a week later. I'm in high school at the time, and my buddy Darren tells me he sees me with a copy of Black Belt magazine, right? And it's like, all right, this is pretty cool. So Darren says, you study? He says, yeah, I study Kempo, but my instructor quit. He goes, oh, I study Kempo. So he's off with who? And he goes, Bob Coleman. I said, Bob Coleman, that was my instructor's instructor. I didn't know he was alive, much less teaching. He goes, yeah, he teaches at Mount Pleasant every Saturday. Now, here's the fun thing. Mount Pleasant is far, far away. It's a long walk, right? Rick lived a block over. The YMCA, 7 blocks. Mount Pleasant, a long walk. Right, not thrilled with that. Well, guess who the old guy was that I plowed into when I was a young punk? It was Bob Coleman, right? So I called him up and says, Bob, listen, I want to study with you. Cool. Let's talk. And we did, and he said, I'll give you a ride to class. I said, that's great.
Oh, wow.
So for years, I rode with Bob to class, right? Just for good fun. So here's the thing. Ready?
Yeah.
Specifically, Kempo, black belt, done, right? Non-specifically must be Rick, right? Wasn't Rick.
Or maybe not settling for, maybe it can just be Tai Chi.
Oh my God.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, I tell you, so then this other guy shows up at the Y and he's teaching the Jeet Kune Do, right? Like, oh, you're teaching the Jeet Kune Do. He's like, yep, I'm teaching the Jeet Kune Do. I says, wow, cool. Who'd you learn the Jeet Kune Do from? He goes, well, I read the Bruce Lee book. I said, right, you get this right. You learned the Jeet Kune Do from the Bruce Lee book and now you're down here teaching. He's like, want to take my class? No. No, right? I learned a lot of neat things, by the way, over the years from different people, right? Which really contributed to me learning better from Bob and so on and so forth. But again, I didn't make it all about Rick. I made it about me.
Black belt and Kempo.
Black belt and Kempo. All right. So Victoria, Dave has joined the show.
Hi, Dave.
Joe, is target practice today? Oh yeah, baby. I can see you in that red dress with those black thigh-high stockings. What size high heels you wear? Right. Now, this is when he answers, and that's what's funny. It's like,
it's 12. It's like, how do you know?
How do you know
Joe?
what size high heels you wear, right? Angela Treese has joined. Speaking of size 12 high heels. That's right. Yeah, she knows Tim.
Tim?
Tim
who?
The transvestite from Transylvania.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's right. Anyway.
All right.
Carrie says, how do you feel black belt and Kempo? So, I didn't imagine getting the black belt. I imagined being a black belt and teaching Kempo. So, ironically, I started teaching when I was a green belt under the supervision of Walt Burroughs, who quit. Right? It was great. Walt went to the YMCA and said, I'm going to teach. I've got my instructor's permission, and I'd like for this young punk to help me out. Right? I was like a blue belt, green belt at the time. It's like, that's cool. And Walt showed up for, I think, 2 classes and quit. So I got the program, right? So I ended up teaching like when I was like a green belt under Bob's supervision. And so it was fascinating because I learned what it was like to teach. And while I was teaching, I was imagining teaching as a black belt, having my own brown belt students and my own black belt students that I promoted. So that's how I moved into that. And it was cool because I remember when I got up to 1,000 students at the Y, 1,000 students that I had taught over the years, right? And it was like 10 of them made it up to like brown belt or something like that. So it was one of those things where you could tell the people that were coming and going versus the people that were staying.
There to stay, yeah.
Yep.
Got you.
And when I was a green belt, people would say, when you get your black, they knew it because I already felt it. My respect for the art and my longingness to teach it right, not just teach the Jeet Kune Do, making it up as we go along. Yeah, the Jeet Kune Do, right, from the book.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
Great question, Carrie. Anybody else? Anything else? Rich has joined. Perry, imagine knowing karate. That's right. I imagine knowing karate teacher.
Oh. Yeah.
So, homework. Did we talk about that?
Well,
Kind of.
sort of. Notice where you're.
Yeah. So take the terms.
Sequence.
So
That's
you
right.
just notice slave to sequence, slave to settling. They both come down to a misguided how. Slave to sequence. How's it going to happen? Oh, hit the lottery. Get the car. Chicks will dig me. They'll talk to one another, right? I'll get the best one out of the litter, right? Instead of just going to the end, right?
Yeah.
Boom. Slave to settling. All right. Lottery win. Can't feel it right. I'm not going to get the car then. If I don't get the car, girls won't talk about me. Girls don't talk about me. I can't marry a good one, so I'll settle for Joe Weldon in a dress. High heels.
Okay.
Fishnet thigh highs. Size 12, Joe says. Tim Curry says, Angela. That's right. That transvestite from Transylvania. Someday we'll share again the show where we went to the Rocky Horror Picture Show the night I graduated from the police academy. That was good fun. So, Victoria.
Yep.
Anything else? We got to go to the dog park.
Yes.
We've got calls today starting at 11. Get back here by 10:30 at the latest.
And then Emmett's getting a trim.
Emmett's friend is coming
Cool.
over today.
Friend.
Emmett's having probably another friend stop over today too, so we'll balance each other out.
Good.
So-
After?
Before.
Oh,
Yes, this morning.
okay.
I think the
It'd just be
question.
nice
The question was asked.
If he was rattled and then after
Yeah,
it, and
it'll
then
be
she
the other way.
shows up.
So we get to drink the beer and then have the hangover.
Yeah.
That's great. Speaking of men in dresses, Joe.
So hang on. Okay.
All righty. So
What'd you learn? What'd you learn about you? And what was your best thing?
meanwhile, back at the range.
Back at the range. Go to feelitrealfun.com, manifestingmastery.course.com, and feelitrealfun.com.
Those who are here live, if you could let us know, like, how was the video, audio, and stuff today, since we're working with a computer that does not have. I put a program on there like a month ago, right? And bad. That's all I'm going to say.
Get it off.
So.
And if you've got any comments from yesterday's homework,
Oh yeah, you know what?
throw them up here.
I joined the pool, right? Maybe I'll talk about that tomorrow because it's really important because we start playing with speed and watch what happens, guys. So,
Cool.
Oh, look at that Brucey over there.
No, it's
So
funny
we-
how he's lying over there.
let's show him to you guys. Bruce.
Yeah, well, they can sort of see him.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's not
Brucey
adjusting.
boy.
Brucey boy. Let's show it. All right.
Okay.
Herman. All right.
It's the mic.
Love you guys. See you at the free Neville. Oh my God, look at this. This could be fun.
Oh, yeah, you can
How do
show
we do
your
this?
screen.
Whoa.
Oh, look at all the screens in
Okay.
there.
Oh, it's like that scene in Fargo. Right at the end.
Yeah.
There they are.